No.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Zero Interest. This time we're doing Konosuba, episode 6, a conclusion to this worthless fight. Casey, take it away.
I'm a ninja. I'm in the darkness.
Yeah. Dark Casey.
So this episode was great. Like, legitimately just a great episode. Just want to say that at the front of this. So, I forget how it started.
Right,
they're outside the gates and the Dullahan's there. Yeah. And he's like...
He called them out there.
Hey, what the hell? You assholes. Why didn't you come to the castle and such? And Cosmo's like, we stopped blowing up your castle, so it should be fine. I mean, he's like, no, you didn't. Slow turn. Megamin. And a hell of an out of context line comes up.
城への魔法攻撃の魅力を覚えて以来、大きくて硬いものじゃないと我慢できない体に。もちもちしながら言うな!
Yeah. Something along those lines. Yeah. He's like, I just can't. It was now I need something big and hard, or I just can't endure it. She needs to blow up big and hard things.
Yeah.
Out of context, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Also, you need to stop seeking through the episode. You can't do that. You know why. Also, my camera's lit up again. Yay, a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Cosmo is like, well, how did you do that, though? Because, I wasn't there to carry you anymore. And then Aqua's behind them, just sort of trying to whistle.
No, she can't.
I forget why she did that. Why she helped, but
because she didn't like him or something. She wanted revenge on him, I believe. I can't remember the exact reasoning that she used.
Yeah, something like that. So the Dullahan's like, what the fuck? I mean, I used to be like, a noble knight and such things. So I can't believe that you would just let your that fine example of a crusader just die like that.
That model knight.
And she comes out from the crowd and is like, hi.
Model knight's kind of a big praise. And Doc was like, ha ha. He was waiting all along, not even knowing that we immediately broke the curse on her, and she's poking fun at him. And he gets pissed, and he's like, I can massacre everyone in the city. And
sorry, I just accidentally ate a nice chunk.
Aqua does turn undead on him immediately.
Yep.
Which causes him a lot of pain.
Yeah, rolling around on the floor and stuff. And he's like, oh no, it didn't do anything. It's like, well, he went and stuff, so I think it worked fine. So she does the stronger version. And he's like, my eyes. And like, oh no, even now, it's still not doing anything. Yeah.
And he's like, but what? Yeah. So he decides. So Veldia summons a huge army of undead, and he sends them out after them. He's like, I'm going to destroy this town, and then they all chase after Aqua instead because, by Cosmo's reasoning, maybe they're instinctively going after the goddess because they want to be sent to the other world. To the afterlife.
They're seeking the goddess for salvation and such things.
Yeah.
And Darkness is naturally like, oh, but they won't. Follow me. Come for me. And Aqua ends up leading the entire crowd of zombies. I don't know whether they're technically undead knights.
Yeah.
She leads them into the crowd of adventurers, and everyone's just sort of running away from them, except for Darkness, who just sort of stands there, and the cloud of undead wash over her and just leave her completely alone. It's a subtle joke that I really liked. But she's just stood there as the cloud passes.
Oh. And so now Kazuma and Aqua are running from the just crowd of undead, and he's like, Megaman, blow them up. You know? Get ready to fire explosion.
And oh, pretty. It was so pretty.
Yeah. They lead the undead back to the boss, and
I like rainbow colors and such,
mm-hmm.
and it's nice and pretty. Stars.
Oh, it was a really nice looking explosion.
Yeah. And
hits him, the Dullahan, and all his undead knights, and takes out all the undead knights. And Dullahan is still standing.
Yeah.
And yeah, what? Let's see. Oh yeah, Megaman falls, and she's like, "Heh." That's good.
I don't know whether we missed. I don't know whether. I think this was next actually when the Dullahan is like, okay, I'm gonna kill everybody here right now, and he throws up his head.
Yeah.
And my immediate response was Tolkien's gonna sue, or the Tolkien estate is gonna sue.
It's literally like the Eye of Sauron.
Eye of Sauron.
That appears.
Like, it's not even a kind of like, it literally is that. It is exactly that. Yeah, and that causes explosion or something like an explosion.
No. He watches them, and they all attack him from all angles, and he's able to dodge and knock out or kill all the adventurers technically. And the reason why they went up there was they're like, we have to go. Mitsurugi will come. We have to go and stall for time. And Mitsurugi, Kyoya Mitsurugi, that's the guy whose sword I just sold. So he's not coming.
Yep. So
and
Darkness runs up and is like, I'm going to defend everybody because that's what I do as a crusader. And, you know, sword struggle and everything. Yeah. And yeah, so they're basically, I'd say duking it out, but they aren't because she's kind of rubbish. And then they do the samurai thing of the running at each other and doing the quick slash, and they just sort of stood there. And then the rocks to either side of them smash, and nothing else except for Darkness's armor. And you just see her face just immediately go bright pink.
She couldn't hit She couldn't hit a target that was standing still. So, yeah, he was standing still when she ran at him, and she missed everything else. Yeah, Darkness got a lot of play in this episode.
Yeah, and a lot of good stuff. Like, this was way better than her introduction. Because it wasn't just, I like pain and being insulted over and over and over again. It was doing funny things with that instead of just saying it.
Yeah.
So, what happened after?
She's like fighting him, and she's like getting hit, and she's like, "Oh, he's stripping me, but he's not stripping the armor, so he could be super lewd and everything."
Yeah, he's not. He's not like stripping all of the armor, just sections of it, so it's even more provocative than if I was nude. Yeah. Okay. Don't stop saying things like that. You'll give people the wrong idea about me.
And then Kazu was like, "Come on, you're being like a pervert. You got to focus on." And he calls her like a hardcore pervert. And then she's like, "I'm already enduring over here, Kazuma. I don't need. Come on, I'm being attacked by both sides here."
Yeah.
And both Kazuma and him and the Dullahan are like, "Okay, you're giving everyone the wrong idea.
You're giving
Please
it to
stop.
me in the front and the back. That's not fair. You can't double time me like this." I'm paraphrasing at this point, just making my own jokes,
Yeah.
but whatever.
But like, so Cosmo's like, all right, I'm gonna create water at this guy because darkness bought me time, and I'm gonna use freeze, which these are basic elementary magics, and
But it works, kind of.
Kind
then
of.
he tries to use steel, and it doesn't work.
no, and Dullahan breaks out of that easily, and Cosmo figures out this dude is avoiding water. So everybody that has magic shoot him with water.
Is he
And
avoiding
so they
water,
also
though?
shoot.
I mean, he didn't avoid it the one time anyone shot him with water because it still hit him in the legs, and that was fine. Otherwise, he wouldn't have frozen.
He's avoiding water because water's, I guess, weakens undead.
Is he, though? Like, seriously,
So-
I didn't see him avoid any water at all, at any point.
He, the first bit of water that Cosmo shot caught him by surprise. But he broke out of that because it was frozen. He got off it quickly.
Yeah.
And then everybody was shooting water at him, and then he was dodging that water.
Because Cosmo told them to, because he said that was their weakness. At no point did it explain how he figured out that was the weakness.
I have to check the original light novel just to be sure, like, if this was just something that was kind of sillily done. He might have. Let's see. But yeah, they shoot water at him.
And he starts freaking out and dodging back and forth.
Yeah.
And then he tells Aqua to do something, and she's like, "No, fuck you! You keep calling me a shitty goddess." And he's like,
oh no! Oh no! The first time he shot water, yeah, no, this was in the episode. The first time he shot water, Verdia or whatever his name is, did jump backwards, and it soaked darkness, and darkness was getting all like, "This is too much." I'll hit the lights back on. Yeah, no. So he did avoid water the first time.
Wait, hang on. I need to be over here so I have a halo.
Okay. Yay. So yeah, he did dodge water the first time.
Okay.
So that's not an actual hole. But then
Kind of is. He gets hit by water one time and it doesn't really do anything to him. Still.
Well,
a bit of a hole.
no, the first water he dodged. Remember the one that came from the sky that hit darkness? He jumped back to avoid it. And then there was another thing of water that got his feet that he froze.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I just want to stop having this conversation at this point.
Okay. Sorry. Moving on. So Aqua comes up and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you stupid?" And he's like, "Look, I think he's weak to water. We need to hit him with water."
So do it, you stupid goddess. And she's like, "No, even now you're calling me a shitty goddess. I'm not going to do it."
You gotta apologize first. And he's like, "I'll apologize as many times as you want later. Just do it." And she just gets all upset, and she's like, "Fine, I'll show you who's the useless goddess." And she's like, using flood class water magic, sacred create water, and it pours down and washes everything away, and like breaks down part of the wall to the town, and I believe it actually does wash away a few buildings.
Yep.
And that drains, and the dude is weakened. The boss is weakened. So I think it's at that point that Cosmo. I'm sorry, I'm taking over, but
No, it's fine. I'm blanking on a lot of this stuff, so it's fine.
yeah, at this point, Cosmo's like, "Okay, I can steal it now." And
Yeah, he throws the head up into the sky again to do the Eye of Sauron, and then Cosmo does
uses
steal,
steel.
hoping to steal the sword, and instead he steals the head. He's like, "Who wants to play soccer?" And he explains the rules of soccer and kicks the helmet, which would fucking hurt. I pointed this out in the episode. That would
yeah, it is
hurt.
metal, but like, I don't know. I guess because they're adventurers, they might be slightly tougher
Fantasy logic.
because stats exist. I don't know,
So,
but they kick it around.
yeah.
And
one guy apparently
okay,
has real talent because he just immediately starts playing keepy uppy with it.
it's great. And then they're like, okay, Aqua, just use Sacred Turn Undead on him, finish him off. And they do that. They kick the head back over to his body, and he's gone. He's dead. Yay.
Yep.
And darkness starts to pray for the people
for the
that were
adventurers
lost.
that died, and then they're like behind her, and they're like, "Oh wow, really? You actually felt bad about not being able to hit anything? I'm sorry."
Yeah, the adventurers who called me names and mistreated me. I'm praying for their souls. And that they start to like, oh yeah, sorry, that was kind of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. And she gets really embarrassed. She's like, I want to be like shamefully abused, but not like this. And she covers her face with her hands, and everybody's just kind of feeling bad for her now.
So scene change, I think, and they're at the cafe again because of course they are. And Megumin wants to try beer, and someone won't let her. I forget who. I don't really care.
Darkness won't let her.
Okay. And everyone's celebrating and happy and stuff. And what's her name? I don't know what her actual role is, but she's always just a receptionist.
She's the guild receptionist. Yeah, that's all I need to know.
She is not given a name.
She has a name, but it's never stated, I think.
Yeah, I've used that joke before too. So she's like, hey, I have a reward for Cosmo's party. Hey, you defeated a general of the Demon King, so I'm happy to award you 300 million bleu.
Eris.
Sure.
Whatever. And like,
I'm just going to call the currency bleu from now on. So
that's so amazing.
Yeah,
but
you guys are heroes and stuff, and there's the one guy that does the thumbs up all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, you're cool, Cosmo.
The light that shines in the gates of hell. There was a legend like that. And Cosmo drops his voice deep for that guy.
Literally just an ensemble dark horse. He is just there, and he says cool stuff sometimes, and everyone loves him.
That guy was like, I know we've said before the directing has some problems. That guy is an anime-only character, and it's amazing.
Great. He's still great.
Yeah.
So
they're like,
receptionist interrupts again, and is like, "Hey, one other thing about the damage and stuff.
You won't have to pay. Yeah. You won't have to pay for all of it because you were a hero. You beat the demon general, and we're very grateful. But if you could just pay part of it, that would be very." And he looks at it. 340 million is my, and he's thrust into debt.
Okay, she literally says you don't have to pay all of it, just a part of it would be fine. Why is he in debt then? He just won 340 million. 300, and he only has to pay part of it. So,
no, 340 is the part of it.
Oh. Well, that was really poorly explained, though.
Yeah, no, it was. He doesn't like. It was super like. This was literally a catastrophe that happened to them. Like a disaster actually happened, and the amount that they would have to pay normally is gargantuan. And this is only a part of it is 340 million. So, yeah,
that's still like entirely unreasonable that they would actually ask to pay more than they actually earned from killing the dude. Like. You could literally say, okay, I'm sorry, you did this amazing thing, and it's actually really incredible, like, holy shit, but now you have to pay more money than you actually have, so fuck you, basically is what this is. They could have just said, all that money that you just won is actually having to go back to paying for the town. Okay, that would probably have been fine. That would have left them just kind of where they were to start with, and it would have made more sense. This just seems like them being dickheads. Is what this seems like.
What it seems like to me is that the writer wanted to do a bait and switch, and it just kind of comes off as the receptionist being a jerk in that case.
Yeah, I mean, the bait and switch, fine, but that would have worked with what I just said.
Yeah, I know. It's but well, overall, I do like this episode a lot because it does highlight a lot of the best characteristics of the party.
I need to turn off my light. This is too bright now. Sorry.
What do you think? What are your thoughts, Casey?
I'm just distracted by the light. I'm blinded by it, you could say.
Revved up like a deuce in the middle of the night.
The fuck were we talking about? Right, the episode. This, like I say, great episode. That last moment was dumb. I said this multiple times before we started recording. It's kind of dumb, but the rest of it was amazing. Like, all the comedy hit, it landed, it was great. The fight was cool and made sense, kind of. The water thing I'm still a bit iffy on, but the rest of it was fine. The explosion thing was gorgeous. Like, wow, gorgeous. Yeah, I loved this one. Like, everything I've said about the other 5 episodes, still entirely valid, but this one was fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of Konosuba at its best, I guess, when all the characters kind of get to show off their personalities and all the jokes kind of make sense, and they're not just like this is the end of volume 1 of the light novel. This episode, so you can tell that now the writer has a better grasp of everything.
Yeah, so I guess what they were going to do was do like 2 volumes of a light novel per season, same way DxD does. Yeah.
They were going to, but the second light novel ends up getting only 4 episodes instead of 6, like this one did. So
yeah,
but that's kind of what they were going for, and you can tell that the writer has a better grasp of the characters, and he's gotten more experienced towards the end of this. And the directing was kind of on point too for this episode.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Also, all the little noises the characters make, like Megaman's ha, and and you know, Aqua's when this is subtle, but when Cosmo pushes Aqua away and she's like, and she's all drunk, or the little interjections Cosmo has when they're like, I wanna do this, and Cosmo's like, you won't do that. When his party's throwing him, and he's like, we should just live.
We completely missed that section.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
we
like,
should
I'm just gonna lie back and live in a life of luxury, and they're like, no, but I'll just be stuck here as, you know, I won't be able to go back to being a goddess. He's like, you're not gonna do that, and Megaman's like, I won't be able to like blow things up anymore, and you don't have to do that. And Crusader Lady Darkness is like, but we have to fight the Demon King. You're not gonna do that. Like interjecting as they're saying things, and he's just like immediately shitting on it. Like all of it was good until that last second, like the last 30 seconds of the episode. It's great.
Like it's been uphill. Like it's been getting better every single episode, and this is kind of it hit a good point. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Any last thoughts?
Not really. I'm not sold yet, but this was a really good episode. That's what I'm going to leave with.
We'll see you guys next time for Zero Interest doing Konosuba episode 7.
Okay.
And
what the fuck? I'm looking at my camera, and it's like the camera's flipped on Skype in my Skype window, but then it's flipped back in the recording. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter.
I'm weirded out by this. I don't know which way is left and right anymore. This is going to, like...
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to get so lost after this just because I won't know left and right.
Don't worry about it. It's over. We're going. Okay, bye now.
I'm in the mirror universe.
Mirror dimension.
Everybody.